Dr. Leitzel, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, administrators, staff, my family and friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Welcome to the Fall 2024 commencement ceremony of South Florida State College. My name is Savannah Roberts, and I am graduating with an Associate's of Science. It is indeed a privilege and an honor to stand before you this evening. Growing up, it is sometimes difficult to decide what you want to be when you grow up. Sometimes parents try to steer you in the direction that they want you to go in without ever considering what you want. But we have to overcome what everyone else wants us to be and choose our own path and learn from the lessons given to us along the way. Growing up, my dad always wanted me to be a nurse. And it's probably because he was one too. He really wanted me to follow in his footsteps. It wasn't until I got older that I realized that I don't want to be a nurse. I want to be a social worker. Famed American essayist Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Even though my father, George Roberts, wanted me to be a nurse, I think he always knew that that wasn't my calling. I went through the foster care system and was adopted by my mom and dad. Going through all of that made me realize that I want to be a social worker so that I can help protect the kids in foster care, because I know exactly what it feels like to be there in their shoes, and I can relate to them. Before my dad passed away, I told him I didn't want to be a nurse, and he told me he was proud of me regardless of what I wanted to be. I don't know about y'all, but it is hard for me to learn from the lessons and mistakes that I've made. I've had to learn, as hard as it is, that teachers, they're always right. Always. I should have gone after the things that I wanted sooner. I waited a while to go back to college after I graduated high school. Had I gone to college right after, I would have already had my social worker degree and wouldn't be at a job that I disliked so much. American industrialist Henry Ford said, "The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing." My high school AVID teacher, Mrs. Sines, always told me when I was in her class that I needed to start applying to colleges and get my act together. I just kept telling her, "Nah, I'm good. I'm taking a gap year." Biggest mistake I ever made. That didn't happen. I took more of a 3-year gap year. And lesson learned, always, always, always listen to the advice that is given to you. Because if you don't, you'll be like me. I waited 3 years to get my life started, and I could already be doing what I've always dreamt to do. So now that I've got my Associates of Science, I will be working towards and pursuing my Bachelor in Public Affairs from the University of Central Florida, and then eventually I want to earn a doctorate in Public Affairs from the University of Central Florida as well. The biggest thing I want to say is remember to always follow your own path. Make sure it's what you want to do. It's not what your mom, your grandma, your dad, your cousin, anybody in your life, it's not what they want you to do or be. You have to do and be who you want to be, because if you don't, you will never ever be happy. You'll never be happy. You'll be forced to do jobs that you don't like until you actually do what you are dreaming of. And also, learn from the mistakes that you make throughout your life. Don't give up just because you made a mistake. Just learn from it. Keep going, keep trying. Learn from your mistakes. Follow your own path. Thank you.